Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm TC. This is a weekly channel covering key games across the S.E.C. and the A.C.C. And I also cover my team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. This Saturday night, South Carolina Gamecocks at LSU. South Carolina coming off a record of with a record of 3-2, coming off a critical win over Kentucky, a game in which they showed a little improvement. They definitely showed improvement on the defense. South Carolina is averaging 25 points per game, 205 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. Quarterback Lenore Sellers has thrown for 886 yards. He's rushed for 100 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been sacked 14 times. They use a couple of running backs. Rashul Faison, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oscar Attaway, 159 yards, 1 touchdown. Wide receiver Dre Jacobs has come on to be the number 1 receiver at 323 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Harbor, 220 yards, 1 touchdown. He's kind of disappeared the last couple of games. I don't know if it's defenses have figured out a way to shut him down or what. LSU record of 4-1, coming off a close loss at Ole Miss. They're averaging 27 points per game, 259 passing, 104 rushing. Their offensive struggles have been similar to South Carolina's. Their offensive line has struggled to run the ball. Their quarterback, he's thrown for almost 1,200 yards, Garrett Nussmeier. He's got 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's only been sacked 7 times, though. Their running back, Caden Durham, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wide receiver, they're loaded at wide receiver. They've got Aaron Anderson, 305 yards. Barian Brown, 239 yards, 1 touchdown. Xavion Thomas, 179 yards, 1 touchdown. They do like to throw the ball to their tight end, Bauer Sharp, 178 yards, 1 touchdown. Defensively, LSU is one of the better teams in the conference. It's going to be a tough night for South Carolina. Their defense really has to show up to keep them in this game. Hopefully during the bye week they've made some changes to their offensive scheme. I really feel like this one back set is just, it hasn't worked. I don't think it's going to work. Last week against Kentucky, I think Beamer caught a couple plays himself where he utilized a split back set out of the gun. One big play to Dre Jacobs was one of those plays. It's a scheme that Oklahoma used in 2019 with Jalen Hurts. So I know Beamer is familiar with that scheme. But I don't know if they're going to try to implement that more or not. I hope so. LSU, their game plan is going to be to contain Sellers in the pocket. They're going to sit back like Ole Miss did and try to keep everything in front of them. Their struggles on offense have been in the red zone. I think they're 77th in the country when it comes to red zone scoring. They've had to settle for field goals many times. Their offensive line, their struggles, they haven't given up sacks. They haven't given up quarterback pressures. They're one of the 20 best teams in the country when it comes to quarterback pressures. Their struggles have been running the ball. South Carolina under Coach Beamer, from what I've seen, they don't do well coming out of a bye week. They seem to regress and lose whatever momentum they were developing. LSU, they've had a chance to heal up. Nussmeier has been struggling with some type of abdominal injury. They expect him back at 100%. Their running back, Caden Durham, I don't believe he played last week. They expect him back at 100%. I think they were without their top wide receiver, Aaron Anderson. They expect him back at 100%. Um, I believe their LSU defense can be passed on. Chambly from Ole Miss, he had 300 yards passing on him. He hit wide receivers wide open several times. But at the same time, DJ Lagway, he went down there and threw 5 interceptions. So, but I believe that we can pass on them. But we're going to have to spread our offense out. We got to do something different. Do I think South Carolina can go down there and win this game? No, I don't. Not this team. This team, their offensive line struggles to communicate at home. No way they're going to be able to go down to LSU with all that noise and be successful. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a long night for the Gamecocks. I think LSU pulls away and wins this game by maybe 17 to 21 points, unfortunately. Anyway, once again, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.